Have you ever wondered what makes someone successful? Is it raw talent, sheer luck, or something else entirely? Today, we're diving into the groundbreaking research of psychologist Angela Duckworth. She argues that while talent is important, what drives success is something far more universal: grit. Grit is a combination of perseverance and passion, and we're here to break it all down for you, step by step. So stick around as we explore how you can develop grit and unlock your full potential. Let's start with the most important question. What exactly is grit? Angela Duckworth defines grit as passion and perseverance for especially long-term goals. It's about finding something you love and sticking with it year after year, even when you face setbacks or boredom. Imagine two people on a journey. One is naturally talented. The other isn't, but they work harder. Who gets further? According to Duckworth, the answer is often the second person. Duckworth was inspired to explore grit after noticing that talent didn't always explain why certain individuals succeeded when others didn't. She saw it in soldiers, salespeople, students, and athletes. Those who endured were the ones who made it. Grit, she says, isn't just about talent. It's about the total effort you put in over time to hone your skills and achieve your goals. What matters more than talent is the effort you put in. In a simple formula, Duckworth explains that talent times effort equals skill. Skill times effort equals achievement. Notice how effort is factored in twice. The more effort you apply, the higher your achievement level. So even if someone starts with less talent, they can outdo the naturals if they work hard enough. But the key? The work has to be targeted and intentional. That's where the story of grit begins to unfold. Now, grit isn't just about working hard. Duckworth emphasizes two key elements: passion and perseverance. Perseverance is what keeps you going through challenges and obstacles, while passion is about staying committed to your goals over the long term. The burning desire keeps you focused on the one thing that matters most to you. Gritty people don't just work hard, they do so consistently. They aren't easily distracted by new interests. They stick to their long-term goals for years and even decades. It's about seeing a project through, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. It's that consistency over time that separates grit from just short bursts of enthusiasm. Duckworth identifies 4 stages in the development of grit. These stages work together to help you first find something you care about, and then master it. Stage 1 is interest. You can't be gritty about something you don't enjoy. People often discover their interests through exploration and curiosity. So don't worry if you're not sure what you love right away. Explore until you find something that excites you. Stage 2 is practice. But it's not just about logging hours. The key is deliberate practice, a focused, structured approach to improving your specific weaknesses. Set a stretch goal, something just beyond your current abilities, aim for it, and seek feedback. Adjust based on what you learn, and keep pushing those boundaries. Stage 3 is purpose. Once skilled, think about how you can contribute to the world. How can your passion benefit others? This sense of purpose can help sustain your grit over time, turning your work into something meaningful. And finally, the 4th stage is hope. Here, hope isn't just about wishing for success. It's about believing in your ability to achieve it. It's what makes you get back up after you've been knocked down and keep striving forward. Like any groundbreaking theory, Duckworth's concept of grit isn't without its critics. Some argue that grit is just another form of conscientiousness, a well-known personality trait that involves being diligent, disciplined, and reliable. Others say that while perseverance is critical, passion may not always be. After all, some people succeed by changing their goals or adapting to new interests. So is grit the ultimate driver of success? Duckworth acknowledges that talent and circumstances do play a role. But her research shows that even if you start with less talent, you can outshine the naturally gifted through sheer determination and effort. This doesn't mean effort is everything. Talent still matters, but it's effort, applied consistently over time, that multiplies your abilities and propels you toward achievement. Curious about your grit level? Duckworth created a simple self-assessment known as the grit scale. It evaluates your perseverance and passion, giving you a measurable idea of where you stand. You'll answer a series of questions like, I have overcome setbacks to conquer an important challenge, and my interests change from year to year. Based on your answers, you'll receive a score that ranks your level of grit. Your score can range from well below average to the very top percentile. The higher your score, the grittier you are. But remember, this isn't set in stone. Grit isn't something you either have or don't have. It's something you can develop. So how do you develop grit if you don't score as high as you'd like? Start by setting long-term goals you're passionate about. Then break those down into smaller, achievable steps. Each small win reinforces your commitment and confidence. Engage in deliberate practice. Focus on where you can improve, seek feedback, and don't be afraid to fail. Every time you get back up after a setback, you're building your resilience, the foundation of perseverance. Lastly, if you're a parent or a mentor, consider how you can cultivate grit in others. Encourage those in your care to explore their interests, but also guide them in setting and sticking to goals. Balance discipline with support. With consistency, practice, purpose, and hope, you can not only build grit but also inspire it in others. So, there you have it. Grit, as defined by Angela Duckworth, is not just a theory, it's a practical guide to achieving more, no matter where you start. It's about unwavering focus on your passions, perseverance through adversity, and the belief that you can make a difference. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, remember, it's not just about who's more talented. It's about who's willing to put in the time and effort to keep going. With grit at your side, success is within your reach. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with anyone who could use a bit more grit in their life. And remember, it's never too late to start building grit.